Hey there, I'm Ishan. I did a report on geoengineering and whether or not we can geoengineer a solution to climate change. Basically, I did a lot of research on several different of the most promising and well-researched geoengineering strategies, and I found that although there still needs to be a lot of research done and there's a lot of questions and ethical questions, regulatory questions, and just a lot of ambiguity about things or the effects, geoengineering could prove to be a salient solution to the effects of global warming if um, the carbon emissions aren't reduced in time to prevent catastrophic warming. To start off real quick, we can talk about using strategies which modify the albedo of the Earth, the radiation modification, solar radiation management proposals, which include using aerosols of different chemicals. One of the most talked about ones is sulfuric acid, which can be released into the stratosphere, and then that will reflect sunlight away. The particles will remain there for months, and it's been shown to possibly be able to limit warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius. There's also the alteration or increasing the albedo of uh, clouds by using salt water in the ocean, spraying it as a fine mist, and then some of the salt will remain in there and just increase the albedo of the cloud, marine cloud brightening, and it's been shown to be able to prevent 1 degree Celsius of warming, but likely can't do much than that, diminishing returns. And both of these two techniques would take maybe $10 billion a year, although aerosols could be anywhere as low as $2 billion annually. But the adverse effects of them are not really documented. We still don't know what could possibly happen as a side effect. It's theorized that perhaps aerosols could, if you're using sulfuric acid, could lead to a depletion of the ozone layer again. And then another strategy that's similar is low Earth orbit, like mirrors or reflectors or dust or spacecraft, and just that could take like $10 trillion. That's kind of far out in the future, and it could take anywhere from 10 years, several decades even, to a century, and it doesn't seem very viable, honestly, to me personally. Less potentially harmful is techniques that aim to sequester carbon, such as reforestation or afforestation, which definitely would be pretty good. We have like 760 million hectares of land available to plant trees in that could, and in some cases, been shown to reduce or increase carbon sequestration by 33%. One of the most potentially beneficial geoengineering strategies would be ocean fertilization, where iron is one of the key nutrients required for phytoplankton to exist and bloom, and if you introduce it in large quantities to an ecosystem, it will cause a huge phytoplankton boom that will then sequester a lot of carbon through the biological pump, and it's been shown to work somewhat, maybe. Anyways, there's still questions there, like it also will help prevent ocean acidification, which is super vital, but it could also move that down to deeper sea ecosystems and possibly lower oxygen and mid-depth waters, and reduce nutrients other than iron downstream. Anyways, all these, there's several other ones too. I think geoengineering is good and could possibly be a solution, but we should focus on reducing carbon emissions. But if we fail, we'll have no choice but to